BedHead by Marjorie Palatini. Shuffle, slump, shuffle, slump, shuffle, slump, slumped blurry-eyed Oliver out of bed, down the hall and into the bathroom. He yawned, he yanked, he splashed some water, swished some mouthwash, gave his front teeth a passable brushing, and then, in the gunkless corner of the soapy silver soap dish, and the fogless smidgen of his father's foggy shaving mirror, right there, in the hot water faucet, for heaven's sake, he saw it. It was big. It was bad. It was BedHead. Oliver's hair was out of control, way out of control. There was hair going this way, hair going that way, hair going up, down, around and around, and there was even a teeny tiny clump of hair way in the back of his head that looked just like a cat's coughed up furball. Ah! So there it is in the faucet, and there's Dad's mirror. Listen. Oliver's scream shook and rattled and rolled all the way down the stairs and into the kitchen, where Fruit Loops went flying. Milk was spilled, spit and sputtered, and two toasties didn't triple backflips onto the breakfast table. Oliver! 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 Shouted Mom and Dad and Emily as they ran up the stairs and headed for the bathroom door. Mom leaned close to the door. Closer, closer. That's right, even closer. Is everything all right, Oliver? She whispered in her calmest calm mom voice. Come on, dear. Open the door and let us in. No sound from Oliver. Not a whisper, not a peep. Listen, said Mom. Pretty please. Pretty, pretty, pretty please. The doorknob slowly turned. Mom smiled at Dad. She gave a wink to Emily. There you go, she said, taking a step into the bathroom. Nothing can be that bad. Wrong. It was bad. Yes, sir, no doubt about it, said Dad, surveying the hair situation from the side sink. Oliver, my boy, you're having a bad hair day. Major, said Mom. Total, agreed Emily. Maybe if we just push it this way, Mom said, giving a try. Boing! Been there, done that, moaned Oliver. Perhaps if we just pull it that way, said Dad. Boing! Been there and done that, groaned Oliver. I could curl it, offered Emily, ready to roll. Oliver steered a steely stare at his sister. I don't think so. Oh, then we'll just wet it, said Mom. Yeah, let's just wet it, they all agreed. Uh-oh, let's see what happens. So they watered Oliver. They splished him. They splashed him. Gave him a good soaking dunk. Ah, they said, sighing a confident job well done sigh. Oliver's BedHead was now one dripping wet head. And then, it dried. Boing, boing, bink, 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 boing, boing. Hair started going this way. Hair started going that way. Then up, down, around and around. And there was now a bigger clump of hair way at the back of his head that looked just like a cat's coughed up furball. Ah! I say we spray, shouted Dad, taking aim with a squirt. Yes, spray, spray, cried Mom and Emily. So spray already, sputtered Oliver. So they spritzed him, they sprayed him, and they gooped him, they glopped him, they moosed him, they even hairpinned him flat in 5 places, for good measure. Ah, they said, sighing a confident job well done sigh. Oliver's head was now one slick gel head. And then, pins went flying, boing, boing, bing, bing, boing. Hair started going this way, hair started going that way, then up, down, around and and there was now an even bigger clump of hair way at the back of his head that looked just like a cat's coughed-up fur ball. Oliver wondered, maybe if we just sort of, brush it a bit? No, no, the three shouted, seeing the boy with the bristles poised. Whatever you do, no, brush. Too late. Oh, yes, the brush got stuck. Not stuck in the hair going this way or that. Not stuck in the hair going up or down. Not even stuck in the hair going around and around. But stuck. Yes, very, very, very stuck. In the clump way back of his head that looked just like a cat's coughed up fur ball. Mom gave a yank. Ooh-wee! Dad gave a pull. Ouch! And Emily gave it one good long tug. Yeek! Well, said Mom, without a bit of doubt, that brush is stuck all right. Definitely stuck, decided Dad. A done deal, declared Emily. Then, just as they were about to give up hope, Oliver saw the answer right there on the wall. That's it, he pointed. The hat. Go get the hat. So without one more thought of a spritz, a spray, a dunk, they all helped Oliver squish, smush, and cram every bit of the bedhead, stuck brush and all, into his faithful old battered but true blue baseball cap. Well, almost. Good enough. And with a kiss and a wave, Oliver headed off to school. Everything was fine. Everything was dandy. And then Mary Margaret, who sat in the third row, fourth seat down, one desk across from Oliver, and Mrs. Oppenheimer's class at Biddlemeyer Elementary, looked over at him and said, "You can't wear that hat." Oliver looked over at Mary Margaret. "Can too." "Cannot." "And just why not?" determined Oliver, holding tightly to his hat. Mary Margaret grinned. "Because it's picture day." "Picture day?" stuttered Oliver. "Picture day," sang Mrs. Oppenheimer, standing in front of the class. "Everyone line up for your class picture. Back straight, face at the front, smile wide, and hats off." "Uh-oh," said Oliver. "Hats off." "We're waiting, Oliver," said Mrs. Oppenheimer as everyone took their places. "We're waiting, Oliver," said Mary Margaret. "We're waiting, Oliver," said everyone else. "He looks terrified." "Hey, kid," said the man behind the camera. "Yeah, you, with the lumpy-looking head. Off with that hat." Oliver hemmed, he hawed, but he knew he had it. He knew he had it. He lifted the brim and slowly took off his faithful old battered but true blue baseball cap. He held his breath and he closed his eyes and he waited some more. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nada. He opened his eyes and looked up. There was one hair going this way, no hair going that way, no hair going up, down, not even around and around, and nobody could see the brush stuck at the clump of hair way at the back of his head that looked like a cat's coughed up fur ball. "Ah," said Oliver, sighing a confident, well-done sigh. "Ready, everyone?" sang Mrs. O. "Big smiles, say cheese on the count of 3. 1, she said. 2, she said. And then, boing, boing, bing, bing, boing, 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 boing. Hair started going this way, hair started going that way, hair started going up, down, around and around, and the brush that was stuck in the clump of hair way back of his head that looked just like a cat's coughed up fur ball let loose and boinged Mary Margaret on top of her head and boomeranged right into Mrs. Oppenheimer's nose. 3, said the boinked Mrs. O, just as she and everyone else at Biddlemeyer Elementary got a look at Oliver's bedhead. "Ah, geez, click! Got it," said the photographer. And here's a list of all the students. Look at their faces. Oops.